All right, this is Shane Eaches, joined by Aaron Ortega, and we have got game number 1 of the night coming up here for you. This should be a good one. Trad Jazz coming in right now at 1-4, taking on Friends Central, who is fresh off of a loss last night. They sit at 2-3. These are two teams both in need of a win very badly here tonight. Aaron, what do you have for us?
Yeah, for Trad Jazz, number one, if you're going to beat Friends Central, you cannot afford to get into a track meet with these guys. One of the better teams in transition, gets out and run, very athletic team, especially when they have Emil Jefferson and Mustafa Shakur, who were not here last night. That really hurt them against Millennium. So if they're here and you're Trad Jazz, do not get in a track meet with those guys. They'll run you to death. Key number 2, keep Akeem Warwick out of the paint. If you're Trad Jazz, you really don't have anybody that can match up with him size-wise down low. You need to find a way to kind of body him up, keep him out of the paint, and force him to shoot from outside where he's a little bit less effective. Inside can dominate. We've seen him time and time again just dunk over and through people. He can do that pretty much at will if you get him down in the paint. Key 3, Miles Cartwright. Last time we saw him for Trad Jazz, had a great game. Was good, did a good job getting inside, good outside game as well. Going to need more of the same from him. Really probably their best scoring option. And in a game against Friends Central, which is probably going to be a high-scoring game, going to need a lot of points. He's the guy I think you're going to have to go to if you're Trad Jazz. On the flip side of that, for Friends Central, you really need more offensive support for Akeem Warwick and Mike Cook. Last night against Millennium, 80 points total. Those guys had 56 combined. You need another scoring option if you're Friends Central. And again, that could be Emil Jefferson. That could be Mustafa Shakur. We said, we're not here last night. Really missed them. You could see the absence clearly. Mustafa Shakur, one of the best at leading the break, setting up offense, can really just create for other guys. When Akeem Warwick and Mike Cook have to create for themselves, they're not nearly as effective as they are when someone else can create for them and get them some space. So, again, need some other scoring options on the floor. Key number 2, take better care of the ball if you're Friends Central. Last night, turned the ball over a bunch of times, and it resulted in lots of easy layups down the other end for Millennium, who's one of the better transition teams in the league. We saw again last night, they just dominated in the transition game, played good, tight defense. So if you're Friends Central, step 1 for them, just slow it down, take care of the ball, don't turn it over. And the third key of the game, have some guys on your bench. Last night, Friends Central ran with 5 guys. Jason Polycall fouled out. They had to go with 4. And you could really see that kind of take its toll throughout the course of the game. Guys got a little slower. It was a close game at half. Then they kind of just faded away in that second half. And again, no bench means no Mustafa Shakur and no Emil Jefferson. You cannot stress that enough, how important those guys are to this team. When they're together and they have a full roster, they're one of the most talented teams on paper. But again, we haven't seen them except for maybe one game or one half when Mustafa Shakur got to play, when we can really see what they're capable of. So for Friends Central, just have your talented guys show up and play the game that they're capable of playing, and the rest will fall into place.
Yeah, so there you have it, folks. That's what we're going to be looking for out there tonight. 2 very talented teams taking to the floor and 2 teams that are jockeying for playoff position big time. So we'll be coming right back with the broadcast of Trad Jazz and Friends Central. Our first game of the night just ahead.